Okay, so today we are going to make a template for our coil pot. So the first thing you want to do is you take a plain white piece of paper and you fold it in half, hot dog. Okay, actually, I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, you're also going to need a ruler and a pencil. And if you also want to have a compass, might make you make some curves. Okay, so we want our pot making a vase. We want it to be at least 8 inches high. So here's my 8-inch mark. I've lined my ruler up. This one's got a little extra at the bottom. This is my 0 mark, so I'm lining that up with the bottom of my paper. I'm going to put a mark at 8 inches. I'm also going to put one at 4 because I want to know where the halfway point is on this. Okay. Now the other measurement I want to do is on the bottom. So I've found that the wider you make your pot, sometimes the more challenging it is to keep it from getting difficult to handle. So I would say keep your base between like 1 1/4 and 2 inches. It's going to double in size. That sounds really small, but it's going to double that size. So I'm going to go with 1 1/2. Okay, because this paper's folded in half, so remember that, you know, your piece is actually going to be double that size when you unfold the paper. All right, so for the first half of the pot, you really want to have like a small slope. You don't want to have too great a slope or your pot might have problems. So, you know, like you wouldn't want it to go all the way out that way because your pot will start to be difficult to build. So I'm gonna just have it be a smaller angle going up in a straight line till about halfway. Okay, so now I've reached my halfway point. Now I can start changing the shape of that pot. The other straight line you want to do is right across the top here. You want to keep this straight and parallel to the top of your paper. And I don't have to have it be that wide, but maybe I'll want it to be that wide. We'll see. So before you start this, think about the shape that you want to have. You know, you want your pot to have a shoulder. Maybe you want your pot to have a neck. And maybe I want to make a pot that looks about like this. Okay, so then I want to do another straight line. I think I'll copy that same angle I have there, going down like that. And now I want to reconnect it, but I want a little bit of a curve, and that's where if you wanted to, you could bring in a protractor. So I could just curve that like so. Okay, and this could be my template. So this is my shoulder. That is called my lip. This is called a neck. That's my belly. Okay, so you kind of want to have it go out, back in. You probably want to have it go back out a little bit again. Okay, so remember this is 8 inches. So now that I've made my template, I want to cut it out with a scissors. Okay. You're going to want to save both pieces of your template somewhere safe. If you not sure you have a safe place to put it, I can provide a file in class. You don't really need to haul it around with you outside of class. If it means you're going to lose it, I'm happy to hold on to it for you. Okay, so I've now cut out my template. Now this half is going to be really helpful when I'm building. I can compare it to my pot. I can line it up with my pot. This half is going to be more convenient when I'm making my design. Oops, I want that to be a little softer. I'll remember that when I make my pot, but this is not going to be quite as hard as that. So when I make a design for my pot, I can use this piece of paper to brainstorm ideas on, okay? And this also gives me an idea of what my finished pot is going to look like. All right, make sure you have a scissors, a ruler, a pencil, you want a compass, and you're going to need a plain white sheet of paper. All right, let's get started.